All right, we're here with Chuck Liddell. Fights Tito Ortiz on Saturday night for the third time. Chuck, I think one of the things off the top we want to ask here is how are you feeling after putting yourself through a training camp for the first time in a long time?
I feel amazing. I made it through healthy and in shape, and can't ask for anything more than that.
What was that like, though? I mean, you haven't been through a camp in a very long time. What was it like putting yourself through the grind again?
It was amazing, actually. I really love being back in the gym. I mean, being back on that grind with the guys and in there with the fight team every day and training. It was very exciting for me.
Were there adjustments that you made in terms of just how you prep, not going full, every day? What did Antonio have lot of good feedback in terms of how to keep your body tight?
Yeah, Antonio had a lot of good feedback. We're both 48, right around there, and we're both, both still train hard, still work hard with the guys, and we did a lot of good collaboration on how to train for this.
Chuck, you've already beat Tito twice, so why does this fight have to happen a third time?
Well, it wasn't actually. He started getting me interested in fighting again, but it didn't have to be Tito. I mean, I just wanted to fight again. And along the way, we were talking about doing a fight, doing some tune-up fight, and doing this stuff. And then, they offered this fight with Oscar De La Hoya, and I thought the promotion sounded interesting. It was taking a gamble. It wasn't a big upfront. It's taking a gamble on being successful, but it's also the big home run if you win. But it's also trying a different model for fighting. For MMA fighting, trying that boxing model and taking two big name guys and seeing how we can do on a pay-per-view. Tito keeps telling everyone, "Oh, Chuck's is doing this must be doing this for the money," but that's because Tito can't wrap his mind around. I don't think like he does. I never fought for the money. I fight for fighting. I love to fight. I love being out there. This is what I'm passionate about. I love fighting. My reward to this whole thing is I get to walk out and fight on Saturday night and have fun. I'm going to go out there and have a blast. And he can't wrap his mind around that. I had offers everywhere for a lot bigger guarantees to fight anybody I wanted to pick. I could pick anybody. They didn't care. The name, whoever I fought, they didn't care. But I chose this over that because I think it's a fight my fans want. I think for me, it's the closest thing to a tune-up fight that's big. It's got a big name to it, as there is.
So 12 years later, you're expecting this to be a cakewalk again, yes?
Yes, I expect it to be a cakewalk. I mean, he's hoping that after 12 years I've slowed down so much that he can actually beat me. I mean, that's kind of what he said. He said, "Oh, Chuck's over the hill. He's slow now. He's this, so I'm going to beat him." I mean, basically saying he can't beat me if I'm fast and I'm still able to do things. And the sad thing is, it's going to take him, if he's even convinced himself, which I don't think he has, that he's going to beat me. About 30 seconds, a minute into the fight, he's going to figure out that I can still stop his shot. I still hit really, really hard, and I'm still pretty fast. And he's going to figure that out about a minute in and start looking for a way out.
For a new wave of MMA fans who know who you guys are but maybe haven't seen you fight and they don't know your history, talk a little bit about the personal history between you and Tito and how things went sour and how that factors in now.
Well, here's the thing. If you listen nowadays, Tito keeps telling the story, and if you listen to him, he took me off the street, let me sleep on his couch, fed me, and taught me how to fight, and then I turned on him. Okay. It's about as far from the truth as you can get. I came down to help him train the first time my buddy met him. It was helping him learn leg locks. He asked if I wanted to come down. I came down and spar with him, help him spar. And then, I stayed on his couch because he didn't give me a hotel room. I was a sparring partner for one of his fights, and he didn't give me he didn't have a hotel room for me, so I stayed on his couch. I was nice enough to stay on his couch. I was nice enough to stay on his couch. I had a house.
What year are we talking about here now?
Well, that's probably 2099 maybe. Well, he was training for Frank Shamrock, if you want to get a time frame. And then after that, we trained a little bit together. We trained together here and there. I wouldn't train with him up at Big Bear. Dropped him with a body shot. Dana was just screaming at him to get off the mat, and then me kept screaming at me to hit him again in the body. I'm like, well, dude, he's just going to go back down. I mean, and finally I hit him back in the body. He went back down again. And that's the thing. That's why Tito never wanted to fight me. So he never wanted to fight me. I used to beat him wrestling, straight wrestling. I think the time we wrestled, all the times we wrestled together, I think it was he took me down twice, and I took him down about 18 times. So, one of those times when we were in Vegas, he was training for a fight. I went out the night before. I took him down 8 times that day. He took me down once at the end. So I was a little tired. I just kind of went, I'm over it. You can have it. So that's why he didn't want to fight me. And then he says all this stuff about I turned on him. I beat Vitor Belfort at UFC 37 and a half. He jumps in the ring, says he's going to kick my ass after he's done with Ken Shamrock. Fast forward to the Ken Shamrock fight, if you remember that one. I fight Babalu, kick him in the face. Just fresh off of that, I asked for my belt. I told him, give me the belt, shot at the belt. He, because he'd been talking shit about me. I give me a shot at the belt. He beats Ken, and they ask him about, so you're fighting Chuck next? And he goes, maybe we go to Pride, not enough money, I don't know. And all of a sudden, he didn't want to fight. And all of a sudden, we were best friends, and he didn't want to fight me. So to this day, I don't know if he just imagined some conversations we had, some deep conversations where we were friends. But even when I came out to train with him, I'd go hang out with his buddy, some of his friends, and go out and hang out after. And we did some friends and hung out together. But he was always doing his own thing. I never hung out with him like that. He'll show pictures of us with our arm around each other, or he came up to my house one time and trained. Let him stay in one of my rooms. My house, not on the couch, but it is what it is. He makes it out to, and even if we were friends, it's fighting. This is a sport. You're the champion at my weight. You should know. We will wait until it's time to fight for a title. Maybe if you're in my same camp, we'll wait till it's time to fight for a title. But man, hey, we're fighting. I was nothing more than a sparring partner to him. I can't remember one time he texts me outside of business, asking me for a favor, asking me to do something for him. But it just when we train together, it's there's documented. I came out to work with him for Yuki Kondo. I went in to go spar 6 rounds with him. After the 3rd round, he threw his headgear and stormed off. And I was fighting southpaw. I was beating him up southpaw. And I don't hit hard to the head when we're sparring. I hit him hard to the body, though. So I think I got tired of getting dropped to the body, but it is what it is.
Would you say right now, as this fight is close, that he's got more of a problem with you than you have a problem with him?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't like the guy. Well, look, I don't care enough about him to hate him. All right? There's no hate. I think he sits up sleeping at night jealous of me about what he thinks I took what he should have had. He should have been the poster boy for the rest of his career, and he thinks I took that from him. And I think he really thinks about it. He wants this fight so bad. He said he came out of retirement just for me because he wants it so bad to beat me. And he saw me and was hoping. He's thinking, oh man, he's out of shape. This is when he first started going through his mind. He's out of shape. Maybe he won't get back in shape. Maybe he can't get back in shape. All right, let's fight him.
You definitely think you have a psychological edge going into Saturday night.
100%. And that's the thing. It's and even if I hated him, I don't like him. I don't think he's a good person. I don't like the way he treats fans. I don't like the way he treats people. I just don't like the kind of person he is in general. But that being said, I don't. When I fight, I'm not an emotional fighter. He's a very emotional fighter. I'm not. I'm very calculating. And I'm a vicious fighter. I am really trying to hurt you bad when we fight. But as soon as it's over, I hope you're okay. Him, maybe not, but I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm going to try to hurt him.
All right, last question then. What are you predicting for Saturday night? He obviously up here. He tells you he's going to take you down and ground and pound you out. What do you see the finish being?
I'm knocking him out. I mean, if he shoots one of those sloppy shots he's been doing in his last couple of fights, I might catch him. I might catch him in the front choke. I have a pretty good front choke from there, so we'll see. I'm going to crank on his neck a little bit and see what happens.
Any chance it goes past the first round?
You know, it depends on how he fights. I mean, if he's moving away, if he gets real scared, maybe, but I don't think so. If he shows up to fight, it's going to be done in the first.
All right, Chuck, thank you very much. Good luck on Saturday.